86th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select.
That's So Dolphins Talk with John Baker and Trigga Trey Proctor.
We check your pulse if you're not fired up.
Dude, are we good?
Dude, we're the best team in the league.
If you don't have eye black at home, you better go get some eye black.
Oh my god, we're back.
Hello and welcome into another edition of That's So Dolphins Talk. You got myself, John Baker, and the co-pilot, Trigga Trey Proctor. We're back for a Fins Week 2 review. We got a big win Sunday night, prime time football. Bumbling, stumbling into a win against the Patriots, 24-17. What a game, Triggs. What a game.
Dude, what a game. What a way to but continue to show that this team is not the same old Dolphins. We are the brand new Dolphins. And we normally lay eggs on prime time. And that's part of the reason why I think we're a joke to the national media. And we finally, had some people eating some words on Sunday Night Football, which was nice.
Yeah, it felt pretty much like from the beginning of the game that the Fins were in control up until about with like 4.5 minutes left, and then all hell broke loose.
The game was not as close as the score indicated.
Yeah. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, and I think my initial takeaways from this game is that the defense responded very well. I really like David Long. Thank you, Vic Fangio, for putting David Long back in the line.
Does he listen to the pod? Does he listen?
Dude, Fangs listening to the pod.
Is Darth, what do they call him? Lord Fangs.
Lord Fangs. Is Lord Fangs listening to the pod? Because I tell you what, like everything we recommended was changed. The only thing that was not recommended was special teams. I think and a huge immediate takeaway is that we're 2-0 on the road to start, which means that we got a long stretch at the end of the season where we're at home, and that's huge, especially to go on the road in Foxborough is not easy to do.
We're up basically 3 games on the Chargers right now.
Oh, dude, I don't think Chargers are making playoffs.
I don't think they are either, but I mean, if you think about like playoff contenders, we're up 2 games on the Bengals. We're up 2.5 on the Chargers. We're up 2.5 on the Patriots.
Dude, the Bengals, man, they look bad. They look bad.
Yeah.
We've been talking about all summer long that I didn't think that the Bengals did anything to get better. They got worse. They didn't address anything in the secondary, and they had a defense. They had a very opportunistic defense, kind of like what we want the Fins defense to be, very opportunistic. And they lost a lot on the back end, and they didn't fill any of it back in. And it's a huge hole. Like, I don't know, the way that Lamar was slicing them up makes it got to make everybody in the AFC a little bit nervous if Lamar's going to be standing in a clean pocket like that, slinging the Tate around.
Yeah, but they can't keep anybody healthy, so I don't know.
I don't know what's going on in Baltimore that they keep anybody healthy down there.
Man, but overall, I thought it was a good game. I thought, Tua delivered again. He didn't have the eye-popping numbers like he did week 1, but I mean that's not going to happen every single game. So if a down game for him is 250 and a tud, then I'm happy. Obviously the interception is annoying. It seems like Mike talked about it. I think it's the killer instinct in him. He's got that Kobe in him. I think he had the opportunity to come in and basically win that game on that throw is what he was trying to do. And I didn't think it was necessary at the time. The other thing I thought was interesting was us sending out Sanders to kick that field goal instead of just going for it. I get why kicking the field goal, like you should be able to kick a 55-yard field goal to take a 2-score lead. And the Dolphins can't do that because Jason Sanders is one of the worst kickers on the planet outside of 50 yards. How is it possible to be 100% at 49 yards, and then the second that there's a 5 in the front of the digits, you just miss everything.
Yeah. I don't know. It's so frustrating. I know that McAfee broke it down today on the field goal. Like there was a telltale sign, and obviously the fact that the Patriots had Jake Bailey in the building for years, and they know exactly what he's going to do when he's going to snap it and all that. I don't think I've ever seen something like that before.
So cool. It was so cool.
Yeah, seriously, hats off to the Pats because that was awesome. Like the way the dude flew in there like that twice was I don't understand how they just let him do it the second time. I mean, obviously you got responsibilities, but like they did it 2 times and was wildly successful. And now I feel like everyone's gonna steal that move now. So someone's gonna figure out how to stop it. Um, but yeah, I think that the Tua thing is there's always one in every single game. Tua always has one, and like in the Chargers game, he had multiple ones, but they didn't hurt, and that one almost kind of hurt, but it didn't. I mean, it still felt like that would have been the dagger in the coffin if he would have got that last night. I feel like if he didn't float it as much, if it was more of a dart, it would have been perfect. But
Well, he got crushed
he was getting
because
crushed.
Austin Jackson fell over.
Yeah, the line played well though. I got that.
Yeah,
Get that coming up later, but
yeah, they played well. We ran the ball well.
yeah. My only final takeaway is that Miami continues to bend over Boston and just own them. And
I
it
love it.
so good to just beat Boston. All week long, all we heard about was that Mac Jones is better than Tua, and I think I do got to give props to Mac Jones because I thought he played better than usual.
Mm-hmm.
He's played well. I think that definitely helps that they got Bill O'Brien in there. They just got nobody to throw to, and I love it.
Dude, that Giuseppe looking like a wounded giraffe throwing the ball backward to a lineman.
Thank God that he did not do that in a Finns uniform, man. I would have came on this podcast. I would have murdered him worse than I did last year because he got it a lot from me last year. But hey, Mikey, keep it up, baby. Keep it up. Do a couple more of those.
Oh man,
fuck him. But I'm sure he's a nice guy though. I don't care. Do you got any more takeaways?
no, nothing that we won't talk about.
Yeah. So we'll get into the good, bad, and the ugly. Good, obviously, for me, the run game finally. It feels like we've been waiting on that run game like that for over a year now.
Yeah.
And Mostert being a bell cow, and like he definitely looks better. He looks way more physical, which is a huge plus.
And we still got Jeff. Don't forget, we got Jeff Wilson still just lingering out there.
What's going on with El Jefe?
I don't know what's going on with old Wilson, but he's still hanging around. I don't think they didn't put him on the IR, so he's going to be around.
Oh, I forgot.
Good for me, defense. Like they answered the bell. And I think they heard a lot of the criticism about their run defense, and I think Fangs went in and got it fixed. I also think the Chargers line might just be really, really good. So that's something to consider in terms of how our D line looked. Thought Deshaun Hand had a pretty good game. I know they called him up to play on the D line there. I thought he had a pretty good game. He got some active snaps. Andrew Van Ginkel was he welcome to the world last night. He was getting so much love from Collinsworth, and they kept and they kept profiling him last night. So shout out to him.
Rich Eisen called him a budding star in this defense today, or basically something like that. But that was wild.
He almost gets cut every year.
I mean, I don't know. He doesn't almost get cut, but he was a little outcasted. Well, no, he's had like a lot of good moments. Like that Rams game from like 2 years ago, absolutely balled out that game.
Oh
he
yeah.
Has these games. He's good for like 2 of these a year, but I think his difference now is the scheme. Like the scheme is fit for him to just go. And without him stepping in there on that fourth and 4, like if he didn't step in and try to go for the ball, like the Strange probably gets that first down.
Yeah.
But another good for me is that the O-line had a lot of good push. Obviously, there's still issues on the line that we're going to talk about in the bad and the ugly. But totally in love with the way that this line is playing without Teron Armstead. I feel like what do we do with Austin Jackson when Teron comes back? Do we move Kendall to the right tackle?
I know that's what I'm saying. Like because Kendall's played so well, do we move him to the right tackle? Of course, I don't know.
It's like totally different though.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game.
I don't know.
I wonder. I mean, Teron's got to play. Speaking of people coming back from injury, did you see that? I forget who. I think it was might have been Marquez. One of the Dolphins beat writers posted about Jalen Ramsey,
Mhm.
and might have been Cameron Wolf actually, and said that the way Ramsey looks, that they think he's coming back closer to Halloween than to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, someone caught a video of him on the 4th and 4 or whatever. It might have been X's interception. I can't remember. But the way, like, he was running down the sideline, looked totally fine.
Yeah. Speaking of which, X is locking down Devontae Parker makes me so happy.
Dude, that's the other thing that I had for good is that X got on the board with a pick.
Yeah.
So great.
Yeah, and it was against Parker, which makes it even better.
Right. Yeah. Wish it would have been on. I wish he would have came down and got one on Jaceki too while he was at it.
All right. Bad for me is Mike McDaniel's ability to challenge plays or whoever he has in the booth telling him when to challenge because he is so bad at challenge flags. That one wasn't even close. I mean, I was fishing, trying to be like, oh, well, maybe. Wasn't even close, man. Like, that's someone's job is to tell him.
Yeah.
And
this.
I don't get it.
What was hilarious about the other challenge is just Belichick waiting on that ref to get in spot and just pick it out of his sock and just launch it like a dart right into the ground.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
Bad for me is Connor Williams, dude. Like, what are we?
Oh my god!
What are we doing? It's back-to-back weeks, dude. Man's almost cost us the game. What are we
Can't
doing?
do it.
We can't be. It's damn NFL, man.
You put Liam Eichenberg in there?
Dude, they ain't putting Eichen Turd in there. If they're
he's the backup center.
Yeah, I'll show you a backup. Hell, I'll get in there before they let Eichenberg back in there. Shit. I don't want him anywhere near this line. Hey, Kendall Lamb, can we just make two of him, or can we make another Robert
You're
Hunt?
just making Kendall Lamb in every position. You think he can play every position?
Who would have said that like at the beginning of the
season?
Can
Isaiah Wynn play center? And we bump
I don't know because
Connor
he played right tackle. What if that's a move? What if they put Wynn at right tackle and bump Lamb in to guard? Or is he probably not? He's probably not getting that play.
No, you're better off. If you're gonna put anyone, you put Lamb over a tackle.
Why don't they put Jackson at left guard, put Isaiah Wynn over at right tackle? I mean,
you don't need to shut. Why are we shuffling that much?
The line has played. So
I would like to get Connor Williams in. Connor Williams is a freaking guard, and it's frustrating that he's not playing guard.
Yeah, it is. But the way that he handled the Mostert touchdown, the second one, the long run yesterday, like they had it wasn't a ballsy breakdown, but the way that he started the first block and went immediately to the double team, like it. I mean, few guys can do that in the NFL like that.
I know he is a dog. I like him, but he just cannot snap the football, man.
No, when he snapped it right into his ass cheeks, dude, I thought that was the end. I thought it was the end.
Did you see that we fumbled the kneel down snap at the end?
Yeah, I know. What the fuck? How do we do that? If we game on a kneel down, dude,
I would have quit the team.
Ross better put the team up for sale if we would have done that.
Yeah, my God. Yeah, other bad for me is Austin Jackson. I think he did not have a good game at all.
No, now granted, the Patriots line they got a pretty good D line. I mean,
Judon's a stud.
Yeah.
I just thought Austin. It seemed like it was not the same as Week 1, which I guess you can't always, expect to have the same production you have week over week. But it seems like he digressed a little bit. So I'm just hoping to, see him bounce back this week against the Broncos because he's on my bad.
Yeah, I'm hoping that he bounces back. I think it's going to be good that everybody gets home and we have a home game for once, because that does suck that you got to start the season. Like, you got to go the whole way to the left coast. And now you got to come the whole way back to the opposite side on the other coast. Like, you got to do that back to back weeks. It's not easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess the good thing is that we got the win, an early win in Foxborough out of the way, which is good.
Yep.
And then my bad is the 1-2 of bonehead decision. He gets into that push in, like it feels like he plays hero, like it's almost like he can't help himself. At one point in the game, he's got to play hero ball.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, sometimes you need that, but like, we can't do it every damn game. Like,
Yeah.
the spot to do that last night. But I mean, I can see him getting super frustrated at some point, because when they're playing 3 damn safeties.
That looked like a high school defense.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm and for the Dolphins to still be able to get 250 passing yards and then 100 and whatever rushing yards on top of that, like, they still had over 300, like almost 400 total yards of offense. Like, I mean, we can't even be mad at that as
No,
much.
I love it. This
as,
offense is so special.
Exactly. Like, as much as good of a defense as the Patriots have, which, yeah, like, they were missing some players that probably would have helped them overall, but everyone's got injuries. I mean, it's the NFL. Like, we're gonna end up without Waddle, which is my last bad, is probably the fact that Waddle is gonna be in the protocol, might not play this week. So that's like my only other bad. But it felt like a pretty dominating game till the end.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and which will lead into the ugly. Jason Sanders should not be on this football team.
No, he should not be.
I don't understand it. We can't even kick a 55-yard field goal, which, like,
that's a standard in the NFL now. A 55-yard field goal it's a legitimate standard. If you cannot kick a 55-yard field goal, you got to go for it.
And I don't understand. We've given him plenty of chances. Plenty of chances. He's got to go.
They better be bringing in kickers. Hey, Blankenship, Rodrigo, buddy, we know you're out there. Get that leg warmed up. Get that groin warmed up, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
They're swinging.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know if Blankenship, you need him. I don't even care if they call Janikowski back in there. Call Sebastian up, see what he's doing.
Get Seabass in there. Get that thing swanging. Seabass, dude. Yeah, I just don't. That's another 6 points we leave on the board between the block and that. So that's 30. That's 30 to 17. Whole different ball game.
30 to 17. Like, it would have been 30 to 10 probably at that point.
Yep.
So yeah, totally. The ugly is the kicking game, and it sucks. Like, can Jake Bailey, can he kick? I don't know. We need to hold an open competition. I don't even care. Get Vince Papale down there.
Maybe McAfee can kick.
Dude, Steve McAfee will kick. Who cares, dude? Get him down.
I just want him get him on the squad.
Get him on the squad, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's my ugly as well as Jason Sanders. So
yeah. But yeah, stock up, stock down. Who you got for stock up?
Stock up, Bradley Chubb, who was on stock down list for us last week, came back strong with a big meaty swing of a mitt to get a fumble, which I saw that coming the whole way. You could see him tracking it down. I said, "Oh, here we go, baby." And I think he had like 6 QB pressures, 3 QB hits, sack, couple tackle for loss. He's all the way back. He's all the way, which we needed with Jalen Phillips being out.
Right. Yeah. Ogba. That's another thing I kind of want to put on the stock down, or the bad was Ogba. I totally forgot. I missed Ogba. I felt like Ogba didn't do shit the whole game again.
I didn't even see him on the field. I mean, I know he was on the field, but I didn't see him on the field.
Noticed him, yeah. For me, stock up is Alec Ingold. Way up. Dude, the way that he was bullying dudes, they sent him to just block by himself Christian Barrymore last night. And and he blew him up the entire game. Alec
That's
Ingold,
why we weren't worried about drafting a tight end because they knew Alec Ingold was going to fill that role.
that is true. I'm gonna add to my stock up Durham Smythe.
Yeah, he's had a great season so far. Good year so far.
He does just enough to where you don't even have to worry.
Mm-hmm.
Be open on a little flare. He's gonna
Mm-hmm.
open. He's gonna get 1 to 2 catches. He's gonna block. Like he diamond in the rough in that draft was Durham Smythe.
Yeah, I'm a big Durham Smythe guy. I'm happy with the way he's playing. I'm happy to see him and these role players supplement that Braxton Berrios of the world, supplement Tyreek and Jalen. Offense is special, man. I mean, even if Jalen is down, like you still feel like you have people. You have Easy E that can step in there. Again, it's not going to be the same, but at the
We're
end of the day, we just need someone to produce outside of Tyreek Hill, and I think we have that with Jalen being out if he is.
Yeah, because if Jalen is out, you still have Barrios, you still have Craycraft, you still got we got Cedric Wilson. Where the fuck's he at? Like
Inactive.
he didn't even have a stock because he
Speaking of which, why is there? I tried to look it up. I have no idea why there's NFL inactives.
Okay, yeah, I know you want to get into this. So what's going on? What's going on with your inactive list? What's your beef with the inactive list?
I don't understand what's the reason for not letting everyone be active. When I looked online, it said it was created to allow player or coaches to keep injured players on the team and not put them on the IR. Which, okay, that's cool. Injured players on the team, but why do you have to have a set amount of inactives every week? I just don't get it.
I don't know. Maybe it's part of the CBA.
For what? What is the benefit?
I don't know. I actually don't know why there's a benefit because it's not like because if you get into a really bad situation, like they didn't have the quarterback rule until this year, so like I don't know why is there an inactive?
Yeah, why is it was like a whole thing? Do they keep 3 quarterbacks because then they'd have to make one inactive every week? Like why? I still don't understand. If you're on the team, you're on the team.
Yeah, that is weird. Are we just overthinking it? I don't know what the point is. Like, is it for player protection? Like, just make them inactive so they can't even play?
Yeah, but like I feel like being able to have them available, like just in case.
I don't know. It's a good
I
question.
don't know.
Did
If
they,
anybody's out there and actually listens to us, can you comment below and please tell us
yes,
why they
if you're watching on YouTube, let a comment down below. If you're listening, hit us up on _Podski on Twitter and Instagram. Hit up Trigger Trey at UnsadFinsFan on Twitter. And let us know because we need to know because we've been talking about this for a while now. Like, what's the point of the inactive list? And then on top of that, did the Patriots even put up an inactive list last night?
They did, and it was so late. It was so late. I was like, because I knew they were going to be down a couple linemen.
Doesn't something happen to them if they don't put up that list?
Yeah, they should be fined, but it clearly doesn't matter because they can run touchdown plays with 17 offensive linemen in the end zone blocking people while everyone's catching it. The only team I know that can run a screen pass 40 yards down the field.
I never saw that. Like, I can't even. And I get like Patriot fans want to be upset about the final play, but like
I don't even know how. He didn't make it.
Clearly short. He's clearly short. Everyone, I saw this one thing on Boston Sports where I wish that Parakeet Cortez was a huge Fins fan because that would have been phenomenal to listen to him call in to the Sports Hub just to say something stupid about the Fins. But they were like, why don't you just give it to him? Just give it to him. Well,
yeah, because of the
you just handing out wins that when we just handed out, like no, you either got it or you didn't. I would be just as pissed off if the same thing happened to the Fins, which pretty much had happened for the previous 20 years before. So I don't understand. Like, damn, let's have one.
Yeah, they're always trying to just let us.
I mean,
give us our year.
With two at the helm. So I mean, and now we're getting greedy.
True.
Yeah. So another back to the stock up, stock down. Another stock up for me is David Long. Like I mentioned in
Mhm.
my early takeaways, dude was flying all over the place. Lord Fangs, he's listening to the pod. He has to.
I know, dude. Because look, Brad the Chubb was on stock down, played well. David Long was on stock down, played well.
Mhm.
Um,
Connor Williams was on stock down, did not play much better. Well, played better, still had a bonehead move.
yeah, true, true. Um, another stock up for me, last stock up for me is Christian Wilkins. I'm sorry, Raekwon Davis. Raekwon Davis might have had his best game as a Dolphin.
He was,
He was almost unblockable, dude.
yeah.
Like that. Where was that? Where has that been?
I don't know. He was awesome last night. He's
Yeah, that they
Raekwon, dude. Like Raekwon's awesome, and I feel like he's finally getting a chance to, especially with like the rotation that they run. Like
yeah.
he's not going to get lost in the shuffle anymore. So I really like Raekwon Davis, and I really like him in the defensive scheme now. Um,
Defense looks so good, man.
yeah, yeah. Um, the one last stock up that I have is Raheem Mostert, which I mentioned earlier. But do we need to go get Jonathan Taylor?
No, I don't want him. I don't think we need him.
We don't. I don't think we need. I don't think. I mean, this sounds. It sounds insane. This sounds crazy. But after 2 weeks, I don't know if we need to go out and get Jonathan Taylor.
I don't think we need to waste draft capital or money on Jonathan Taylor right now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, dude, buddy, how happy are we that we wanted Dalvin Cook so badly, and look at what he's done in the first 2 weeks versus what Raheem Mostert's done in the first 2 weeks.
I know. I did want Dalvin Cook. I'm still in on Dalvin Cook. I think that Jets line is just a dumpster fire. So I feel bad for him. Sorry, buddy. He should have came to Miami.
Should have. Stock down. We got obvious contenders for stock down. And I think that all three are that we got the same three on stock down.
Well, I'll tell you now, number one stock down, Eli Apple.
Yeah.
What in God's green earth
What is he
is he doing? Why is he starting over Cater?
Well, I don't know that. That was weird. Why the hell was he starting over Cater? I don't know. I didn't like
And why is Cam Smith not getting any burn if Eli Apple was playing that bad?
I wholeheartedly agree.
Devontae Parker looked like a freaking Pro Bowler last night.
He did at some points, yeah. I don't know. I did not like the fact that Eli Apple was number 2. Like, I totally get he's a veteran, and I don't know if Fangs don't trust Kohu yet or not, but I felt like Kohu played damn good last week. That there's no reason to put Eli Apple over him. Still no burn on Brandon Jones either. I didn't even notice him out there again.
He was on special teams, but he's not getting. I guess
lost in the shuffle. I don't know. I don't really know. Is Deshaun Elliott better than him?
I think he is. Deshaun Elliott's been balling. The secondary's been playing well. Like literally, if you look at these games, it's a stupid penalty that's called that shouldn't be, or Eli Apple getting beat. That's usually what beats us.
Well, I mean, I know that at one point, like Eli Apple, like he had that one PI that was absolutely not PI. But
correct.
Now, I mean that there was ones and he got straight up beat on others, but yeah, I don't know. I felt like there was some lopsided calls. It ultimately ended in like what people are gonna say. It ended up in the Finn's lap, but I don't know. It felt like there's a lot of ticky tack like PI fouls going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is that just me? Like,
no, because but the other thing is they didn't call the one on Waddle and where he clearly got tackled trying to come back to the football.
Yeah, I hate that. So I was pretty excited. Some quick thoughts on Waddle. I was pretty excited last night because Waddle was standing off to the side in the one Tyreek interview and said they were saying something about like, is Waddle okay? And like Waddle looked over and smiled, and they both looked over and smiled at each other, and then they're like, he's good, but he's in the protocol. So we'll see. I don't know.
Probably have to do the protocol.
They probably have to do the protocol. It didn't look good, but it makes me hella nervous for this coming week with that headhunter out there.
I know.
He's going to get that out there right now, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, Eli Apple, stock down on that dude. We didn't. Now, granted, he played really well last week.
I know.
I think this is just going to be the way that it is this year with Eli Apple. We're going to have ups and downs, and then once we get Ramsey back, hopefully in like what we thinking 5, 6 weeks, maybe less. The way that he's looking on the sidelines, I don't know, man. He might be back. I think he might be back for that Jets game.
That'd be fire.
When is the Jets game? Is that like week? I don't even know.
Is it 8?
Is it week 8? That's what I thought. I was going to say week 8. I don't know, but yeah, stock down on Eli Apple. Who else you got on stock down? Other than the two ones.
Jason Sanders is stock down. Jason Sanders does not have a stock.
Yeah,
Jason Sanders is about to get delisted. That's how lack of a stock he has. Oh my God, he's so bad. So bad. I just don't understand it.
Anytime he comes out for a kick, I immediately think that he's not making it.
I 100%. I'm like, well, should we not have just went for it? Like, I don't understand why. The one boneheaded decision I can't get with Mike.
So, no, Ramsey's definitely coming back before week 12.
Yeah.
He might be back.
That's the first Jets game?
Yeah, week 12.
I would like to have him back for Thanksgiving game against Cowboys.
Thanks. That's the Black Friday game.
Yeah.
But that's the Jets game. It's a Black Friday game.
Don't we play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving? No, we play the Cowboys on Christmas Eve.
Play Cowboys Christmas Eve, yeah.
That's what I mean. I'm sorry, I meant the Jets, yeah.
Man, I'd love to have him back after either week 11 or a Kansas City game. Kansas City's week. The bye?
Yeah. Week 10.
Yeah.
He's probably come back week 11.
Hopefully earlier. What if he came back for that Eagles game on Sunday night? That's week 7.
That I'll be at.
Oh, you're going to that game?
Mm-hmm. Me and Josh.
Oh my dude. Godspeed to you guys. Hell no. Oh my God. Hell no.
Who you got next on stock down?
I got Sanders and Connor Williams.
Yeah, that's my other one too.
I thought so. This was early in the game. I had Holland on stock down, but as the game progressed, I was like, that was pretty stupid. Like that was just one play.
I was down on Holland. He had their first 2 series. I thought he played really poorly, and then he answered. That's what good players do. They have downs, and then they don't let it be consistent. So
yeah, it's almost like he doesn't. He's got to get in rhythm which I totally understand. But then there's other points where it's like he almost doesn't seem fully comfortable in it yet, which totally no one's going to be in game 2. But he totally redeemed himself, and I was not mad at him anymore at all by the end of the game. So, but yeah, that's that. I only had the three usuals: Eli Apple, Connor Williams, and Jason Sanders for stock down.
Yep, that's mine 3.
Yeah. But looking to next week, we got the Broncos, and with a team that they're 0-2. Sean Payton absolutely does not want Russell Wilson as his quarterback. We got a headhunter on defense. It's going around directly targeting people, which makes me nervous.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I don't the Broncos. I don't even know any is there deep? I don't even know what to even say about the Broncos. Like this could be really. It could. I don't want them to sneak up on the Finns. I don't want the Finns overlooking the Broncos for the.
Yeah, that's what I feel like is going to happen. The spread's -7 right now with the Waddle news. I would imagine Waddle was probably about a point to a half point, so that'll probably go down to 6.5 or 6 for the spread. But like, we can't. This is one of those games where, like, if we are a team that we believe we are, home opener against a team that we should easily beat, that we're heavily favored, we need to just go in there and win by 3 scores. Like this needs to be a 17-point football game when the final bell rings. Like that we need to have that killer instinct. How many times has it been like a last second field goal or even us dropping a game like this, in the past? We just
A nice easy.
Russell Wilson can be dangerous.
Yes, he
But we
can.
also got to remember this is a Bradley Chubb and Fangs revenge game. So
That too. That too. That's another thing we can't remember. We can't forget. But yeah, we got that, and then I don't even know who they got on the back end anymore. Like I know they still got Pat Surtain, and
yeah,
is Frank Clark playing there now? Like,
yeah, I think so.
I think he got hurt,
Yeah, I think you're right.
but yeah, I mean, if the Commanders are putting up 35 points on them, we should be able to put up 40 on them.
Yes, we need to drop a 40 burger and win by 17.
Yeah, yeah, I feel very confident in that. And
Home opener, do that, and we're 2-0. That place better be freaking rocking.
yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for a final. I'm finally excited for a 1 o'clock Sunday game.
Yep, and we got Kevin Harlan on the call again.
I love Harlan.
I love Kevin Harlan.
Dude, Kevin Harlan is such a good play caller.
He's got heel. He's got heel.
He loves Tyreek Hill. But yeah, I am super super excited. I was kind of worried to start the year. I really thought we were going to start off 1-1. Came out with two kind of nail biter-ish games at the end, and we're on our way, dude.
What's the rest of our schedule look like here?
So the schedule is it's looking like we got the Broncos this weekend. We got the Bills the following weekend. Then we have
That's why this game is like classic trap game, dude.
Big trap game. We got 2 home games then against the Giants and the Panthers. Hopefully those should be wins. Then we go to Philadelphia. Then we're at home against the Patriots. So we get the Patriots done early this year, which is really weird.
So we need to be going into that Eagles game.
We need to be going into that
either 5-1 or 6-0.
Yeah. I don't know if the Eagles, are they? I think the Eagles.
I'm gonna hold my judgment on them. They might not be as good as I thought.
I'm gonna hold off judgment. I'm gonna hold off judgment on the Chiefs too a little bit too. I seriously think we can get 10 with these teams. Like I don't want to like get out there and say like, oh my gosh, we're gonna go 17-0. Like that's not gonna happen. Like losses are gonna happen. It's gonna happen. But
wouldn't it be? Is it like talk about NFL scriptwriter if the only person to best the 1972 streak and force them to no longer pop champagne every year is the Dolphins?
Yeah, that would be weird. But yeah, I think that if we're going into that Eagles game 6-0 or 5-1, at worst 4-2, I think we should be okay as long as we get to the bye week with if we're 6-3, not super like not letting go of the rope. 6-3 is still good. Would love to be 8-1. If we're going into that Chiefs game 8-1, or 8-0 or 9-0, like
okay, we're looking ahead. We got the Broncos. Let's just play the Broncos.
Let's just play the Broncos one week at a time.
Yep.
But we got the Broncos this weekend, 1 o'clock, CBS. Kevin Harlan's on the call, and that usually means good things for the Finns. So, and the Finns broke the commentator curse last night. NFL Network picked Patriots.
Perfect. Thank you.
Or no, they
picked the Dolphins.
But we actually did win. So we actually broke the curse, which never happens. So
I love the Dolphins so much.
We're so.
Oh my God, we're back.
Oh my God, we're back. But yeah, make sure that you, if you're not watching, if you're listening to this in podcast form, you can watch along on YouTube at Posky with John Baker. You can check us out on Twitter at _Posky. You can catch Trey on Twitter at unsadfinsfan. You can check us out on Instagram at _Posky as well. And but yeah, check us out. Give us comments, what you liked about the game, what you're looking forward to for the rest of the season. And we'll see you next week, hopefully after a big Fins dub against the Broncos.
Fins up.